Good morning, children. Today I am going to explain about the topic which is comes under the biozoology. Okay, in biozoology I am going to explain about the human health disease lesson. That is the topic is fungal diseases and helminthic diseases. Okay, in the fungal diseases is you will be having only one disease that you are going to read in the fungi. Okay, what is this fungi and helminthic that you should know first. Okay, so generally it is a human health and diseases, human health and disease lesson, right? Human health and disease lesson. So what is the health, how the human health should be, so how it could be, so like that you have to read. And next you will be reading about diseases to the humans. Example, like now we are nowadays we'll be having a afraid of the corona, right? So likewise you'll be having, now you know the coronavirus, but not only the coronavirus, so many microorganisms is present in our environment to cause the disease to humans. Okay, so in that kind of human diseases is also we are going to learn in this lesson. Okay, first you have studied about what are the bacterial diseases like typhoid, shigella, vibrio cholerae, so cholera, typhoid, dysentery, all the urinary tract infection, all the kind of disease which is caused by the bacteria you have studied. Okay, so disease means which is actually caused by the microorganisms, right? Okay, so you have little bit knowledge of the microorganisms that you have studied in your lower classes, right? So this microorganisms is nothing but, that is, one is bacteria, next one is fungi, next is parasite, next one is virus. Okay, so in this you have studied about, that is, you have learned about bacteria. Okay, so now I am going to deal with the fungi and parasite. Under the parasite you have studied, that is, parasite have two types, that is protozoans and helminthes. Okay, so today you are going to learn about, already you learned about the protozoan and bacteria. Now you are going to learn about fungi and helminth. Okay, these are all the very two important topic that you are going to learn now. Okay, so I already told you human diseases that is caused by fungi. Okay, so fungal diseases, generally if you are reading about any disease which is caused by the living organisms, that is, you have to read order by order. How will you read by the order by order? In this fungal disease you are going to read about the ringworm. What is this? Ringworm infection. So what is this called a ringworm? What is this called a ringworm means? It's nothing but it's a infection which is caused by the fungi. Okay, fungal disease. Fungi is one of the major causative agent, disease causative agent of the human, which was earlier than the bacteria. So bacteria munnadiye fungi is main thing to cause the disease to humans. அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. And also the fungi will causes the main disease, that is dermatomycosis. What is this? That is dermatomycosis. So dermatomycosis. You have seen many of the skin doctors kept their clinic name as dermatosis, derma, like that. Derm they will use for their clinic names. Okay, so derm meaning is skin. Okay, mycosis, that is study of fungi, is mycology that you have studied in your last year, right? So here the mycosis means fungi will causes the disease is called mycosis. So where it causes the disease? It causes the disease at the skin level, so that it is a dermatomycosis. Okay, so this dermatomycosis, lot of disease is there, that in that you are going to learn about ringworm. Okay, so who is causing this? What is this dermatomycosis? Which is nothing but it is a cutaneous infection in men. Cutaneous infection in men. Okay, so cutaneous means just superficially. Okay, now about the skin or our scalp or our the nail, these are the main things going to affect by this fungi. Okay, so this is just introduction of the fungal disease. This is earlier than the bacteria causative agent is there, And this fungi disease is we are going to learn about ringworm. And generally this fungi is mainly, 90% it causes the dermatomycosis. What is the dermatomycosis? It's a cutaneous infection, that is upper surface of our skin, upper surface of our scalp, upper surface of our nail getting infected by this fungi is called dermatomycosis. Okay, so these dermatomycosis is caused by the belong to the three genera, that is one as Epidermophyton. What is this? Epidermophyton. Next one is Trichophyton. Next one is Microsporum. These are all the three important dermatophytes that you have studied in your lower classes. Again, these three is main thing for causing the dermatomycosis. What could be? How kind of the disease? It is a cutaneous infection. It is presenting on the surface of our skin or the scalp or our nail. Okay. So if you are taking this ringworm, I told you you are going to learn about the ringworm only detailedly. Okay, what is this ringworm? How it could be appears? Okay, so this is just introduction I told you. So what are all the organisms which comes under the ringworm I told you. Okay, now you should know how you will be getting the disease. Okay, so I have given you introduction. So you should know how you are getting this disease, how it is transported. Okay, the transported is mainly how it is we are getting this infection. We are acquired this ringworm infection mainly by the soil. Okay, soil la indha mari fungi irukum. By contact with the soil soil may contaminate with this fungi. Contaminant na and the soil la indha mari fungi irukuna. So if we are going and sitting, children's ellam poitu enna பண்ணுவாங்க, play பண்ணுவாங்க soil, so that they will get this infection, or else the 90 to 95% of the infection will be getting by using of infected person's cloth or the towel or the comb. Okay, so infected persons யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது skin disease இருக்கு, மூக்குல தலையில இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அவங்களோட towel or their cloth or their comb we are using, that definitely will get this infection. Okay, so this is the mode of transport how we are getting this fungal diseases, that is the ringworm. Okay, and this ringworm symptoms how will be, once you got this fungi inside your body, what is the symptoms you will be getting? Enna ariguri irukumna, that is you will be getting a scaly dry lesions. Lesions na like a wound mari punu puna irukum. Okay, it's a dry scaly lesions are present on your skin or your scalp or your nail. So this is your symptoms of the ringworm. Suppose this same ringworm which is present in your feet, the same scaly dry lesions present on your feet, which is called athlete's foot. What is this? Which is called athlete's foot. Athlete's foot means nothing but the same ringworm infection. Instead of your skin, scalp, nail, it is presenting below, that is your foot part. In your feet part it is present, it is called athlete's foot. Okay, this athlete's foot and this ringworm is mainly caused by the fungi which is comes under this dermatophytes. Okay, the dermatophytes these are called dermatophytic fungi because it affect our whole skin. Okay, so idhila vara Taenia pedis அப்படின்ற ஒரு fungi will causes the infection, that is your ringworm. Okay, so ringworm is caused by Taenia pedis. Okay, so Taenia pedis, what is this? Taenia pedis. So Taenia pedis is a fungi which is causes the scaly dry lesions on the feet is called athlete's foot. If it is causing the same scaly dry lesions on your scalp or your skin or your nail is called ringworm infection, which is caused by Taenia pedis. Okay, and what is the main thing how the fungi is getting multiplying in our body? Because of our body heat and moisture content in the skin fold areas, it is get multiplied and it intended to thrive in our body. Okay, nalla idu eppadi nama body la valarudhu appadina, that is due to the heat and moisture of the body which is present in the skin fold areas. Skin fold areas na enna appadina, that is our groin and in between the spaces of the toes. Okay, nama kaal viralgalukku nadula, and groin means that is your where your thigh starts. Okay, unga pubis pakkathula, that is your from your genital area ku pakkathula, that is your groin region. In that groin region is a skin fold area, and in between your toes is a skin fold. There you will be having heat and moisture so that the fungi will be nicely growing. This is about your fungi. Okay, are you all clear? Next, I am coming to the fungi. I am going to explain about helminthology, because protozoology you have studied about, under the protozoology you have studied about malaria and amoeba. So now I am going to explain about the helminthology, because helminthology comes under the parasitology. Parasitology generally has classified into protozoology, and this is helminthology. Protozoology you have studied about malaria and amoeba. So in this helminthology you are going to study about two parasites or the two helminthes. That is, what is this? That is, one thing is ascariosis, another one is filariasis, that is elephantiasis, Yanekal Vyadi. So idhula ascariosis, what is called ascariosis? Ascariosis is nothing but, so ascariosis means, it's ascariosis lumbricoides, which is, first you should know introduction to the helminthology. Okay, helminths is nothing but it is the next type of the parasitology. So in this thing mainly causes the disease that your gut. Okay, so generally helminths, I told you, fungal infection always present in your skin or the scalp or the nail, I said. But if you are taking your helminths, which is generally present in the blood or in the gut. Okay, gut na enna appadina nammaloda stomach, especially in the intestine, our large intestine or the small intestine, that is next thing. Nammaloda kodal appo nammaloda blood la da in the helminths அப்படின்ற and the ascariasis lumbricoids இருக்கும். Okay, so you should know the introduction to the ascariosis. Ascariosis, okay, what is this? Ascariosis, which is caused by Ascarias lumbricoids. What is this? Ascarias lumbricoids. Okay, so this is also called roundworm. What is this? It's also called roundworm. What is this called? It's also called roundworm. Okay, so it is actually a monogenic, and it is an monogenic, and it is a dimorphic fungi அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ இதில் என்ன அப்படின்னா மேல் அண்ட் ஃபீமேல் இருக்கு. ஓகே, மேல் அண்ட் ஃபீமேல் இருக்கு இல்லையா? ஸோ இந்த மேல் அண்ட் ஃபீமேல் செப்பரேட் வார்ம்ஸ் இருக்கு. மேல் அண்ட் ஃபீமேல் வார்ம்ஸ் இஸ் தேர். இட் ஹேவ் தி tapering end with a tape-like body, somewhat cylindrical body, and with a tapering end. Both male and female separate worms is there. Okay, generally this worm is also called roundworm or roundworm. Don't confuse with the ringworm and roundworm. Ringworm will comes under the fungal diseases. Roundworm will comes under only in the ascariosis, that is in the helminths diseases. Helminths diseases. Okay, so this is helminths ascariosis caused by Ascarias lumbricoids, also called. This is, that is a roundworm. Okay, so this is actually a monogenic, and both male and female worms are separated. Okay, so this is just general introduction to the ascariosis. Okay, so how will you get this infection? What is the mode of transmission of this infection? Okay, this male and female worms, what it will do? It will lay the egg. Okay, once these two worms are fertilized, okay, fertilized, then it produces egg. That is, egg is called embryonted egg. What is this called? Embryonted egg. The main, it is causes the embryonted egg. Okay, this embryonted egg, this is an egg of the embryonted egg of the Ascariasis lumbricoids, or the roundworm, you can say. So this is present in the soil. Okay, this is present in the soil. Okay, it is present in the soil. The children which is coming and playing with the soil, and they, through their hand, they will get into the mouth. Okay, through the hand to mouth contact by playing with this soil, the soil consisting of embryonted egg. And also this egg is present in sometimes the water and food. Through the contaminated food and water, or by the soil also, this embryonted egg is present. So by playing in the soil and keeping the hand to the mouth, it is get entered into the body, or else it is present in the some contaminated food or the water, you will be getting this worm. Okay, so soon after this embryonted egg enter into our body, it is hatch out as a worm. Okay, definitely இது உடனே வந்து worm மாறுமான்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. அதுக்கு ஒரு time period க்கு அப்புறம் it will causes the it is become a worm when it is entered into your intestine. That's what I told you. This helminth is always present in the blood and the gut. I told you that is intestine or in the blood. It is present. Okay, so this is a mode of transmission through the embryonted egg. It reaches the soil and contaminated food and water. Contaminated food and water. So what will be happen? So now the worm is entered into the body. Next is symptoms. So symptoms definitely will be getting the abdominal pain. So warm உள்ள வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் the hatch out ஆகிட்டு இந்த egg hatch out ஆகி you'll be getting the worm வந்து பெருசாகும். So you'll be having அது வளர வளர என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா you'll be having an abdominal pain and vomiting, diarrhea and anemia main thing. Okay, so these are all the symptoms. And severe cases ரொம்ப சிவியரா இருக்கு, warm load உள்ள ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்குன்னா you'll be having a nutritional deficiency and definitely it leads to a growth retardation. At one stage it causes the enteritis or the hepatitis or also causes the bronchitis. Okay, so that meaning is if it is entered into your lung, it is causes the bronchitis. You know the what is the bronchus of your lungs? That is a part of the lung. It affects the bronchus of the lung, so it is called it causes the bronchitis. And if suppose it is entered into your liver from the gut, it causes the hepatitis. And if it is almost damaged or most causing the ill effects to your intestine, that is called enteritis it causes. Okay, so these are all the in the very complicated stage of the Ascaris lumbricoides. Generally it causes the abdominal pain, diarrhea and vomiting and especially anemia. Why it causes anemia? I already told you, helminthes which is present in the blood only. Okay, so blood, it is why it is present in the blood? It is taking all our RBCs inside their warm body. So in your body the RBC level will be reduced, you got, so that it definitely will come to other 9-8% of the milligrams per deciliter of the hemoglobin content. So definitely you will fall into the anemia. Okay, so this is about your Ascariasis lumbricoides. Okay, this is the symptoms, how you are transmitted, what are the introduction to this Ascariasis lumbricoides you have studied. Now I am coming to the part of the filariasis. That is next to one of the helminthic disease. Filariasis is nothing but you should know about the filariasis. Filariasis is also called elephantiasis. Okay, what is this? Elephantiasis. So this elephantiasis is also called filarial diseases. So generally in this I told you this roundworm is also caused by the Ascaris lumbricoides. Likewise the filariasis is caused by Wuchereria bandrafti. What is this? Wuchereria bandrafti. That is WU, that you should know about this, Wuchereria bandrafti. Next type is, that is Wuchereria bandrafti. This is the most danger helminth to cause the elephantiasis disease. பார்க்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு சில கால் எல்லாம் பார்த்தாலே நமக்கு பயமா இருக்கும் இல்ல. So how it could be abdina? The reason is generally I give introduction. Wuchereria bandrafti is a parasite, helminthic parasite which causes the elephantiasis diseases. So why we are getting this elephant like call leg, நமக்கு elephant மாதிரி ஒரு leg வருது அப்படினா, reason behind that this parasite which is nicely grow under block your grow in the lymph vessels and lymph nodes. Lymph vessels is nothing but blood vessels, body la blood vein artery irka mari you will be having a lymph vessels and a lymph node. And the rendu place la it going and it is causing the blocking of the lymph vessels, so that inflammation of lymph node. So and the channels mari irukku adla poi the worms vandu idume it's like worm da. So அதில் போய் இது போய் பிளாக் ஆகிறதுனால டெஃபினெட்லி இதில் இருக்க லிம்ஃப் எல்லாம் போய் லிம்ஃப் நோடில் போயிட்டு த லிம்ஃப் நோட் இஸ் பிகம் அ லார்ஜ் இன் சைஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ அண்ட் இந்த எலிஃபேண்டியாசிஸ் டிசீஸ் பற்றி சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா இட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ லைக் அ வார்ம் பட் இட் இஸ் அ டைஜெனிக். ஸோ ஒரே வார்ம்லேயே மேல் அண்ட் ஃபீமேல் பார்ட்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ இட் ப்ரொடியூசஸ் தி இதுதான் வார்மோட ஸ்ட்ரக்சர், தட் இஸ் Wuchereria bandraftiயோட ஸ்ட்ரக்சர். ஸோ இது வந்து ஒரே இதில் டைஜெனிக் டைமாஃபிக்காக இருக்குது. ஸோ it produces the microfilaria. So how will you get this infection? So this is just introduction. And what is the causative agent of the Wuchereria bandrafti? So what is the mode of transmission? That is by the mosquito bite. Okay, what is this? Mosquito bite. Like malaria, you will be getting this filariasis through the mosquito bite only. The mosquito variety name is, that is Culex mosquito. Female Culex mosquito அப்படின்னு ஒரு mosquito இருக்கு. அந்த mosquitoல பாதி லைஃப் சைக்கிள் நடக்கும். இதோட லைஃப் எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, it has the two hosts to run their life cycle. இது லைஃப் லீட் பண்ணணும்னா it need two hosts. One is humans, another one is Culex mosquito. Culex mosquitoல எது வரைக்கும் நடக்கும் அப்படின்னா, இந்த Culex mosquitoல the Wuchereria bandrafti வந்து it produces a microfilaria. Okay, what is this? microfilaria or the Zwingli அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Okay, Zwingli or the microfilaria is produced in the Culex mosquito. When the Culex mosquito is biting to our skin, so we are scratching that by biting of the mosquito, we are scratching that definitely the Wuchereria bandrafti which is present in the salivary gland of the mosquito. So and the Culex mosquito இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, this is a Culex mosquito. Okay, so suppose this is Culex mosquito. நான் ஒரு இதுக்கு போடுறேன். ஸோ அதோட மஸ்கிட்டோட கட்டில் தான் இதோட லைஃப் சைக்கிள் நடக்குது. ஸோ அட் லாஸ்ட் இட் ப்ரொடியூசஸ் Zwingli ஆஃப் மைக்ரோஃபைலேரியா. வாட் இஸ் திஸ் மைக்ரோஃபைலேரியா மீன்ஸ்? மைக்ரோஃபைலேரியா இஸ் அ இன்ஃபெக்டிவ் ஃபார்ம் ஆஃப் ஹியூமன்ஸ். ஓகே, ஸோ ஒன்ஸ் நமக்கு வந்து இந்த கியூலெக்ஸ் மஸ்கிட்டோ வந்து பைட் பண்ணும்போது, when it is biting to human, ஒரு ஹியூமனுக்கு பைட் பண்ணும்போது what we will be getting? This microfilaria which is present in the salivary gland. How it is coming to the salivary gland of Culex na? Nothing but இங்க இருக்கு இல்லையா, இதோட கட் இருக்கு இல்லையா, இந்த கட்டில் இருக்கிற இங்க இருக்கிற microfilaria of this Wuchereria bandrafti coming to the salivary gland. When it is biting, it is entered into our skin. So from the skin it reaches the lymph and lymph node. அங்க போயிட்டு the microfilaria has become an adult, that is Wuchereria bandrafti, and the microfilaria will come. So when it is converted into, or when it is changes as an adult form மாறிட்டு it is coming and blocking of our lymph vessels and lymph node. So when it is blocking the lymph vessels, definitely we will be having inflammation in our lymph node ல inflammation வர என்ன ஆகும்? இன்லார்ஜ் ஆகும். அதோட காலோ இல்லை கையோ டெஃபினட்டாக அவரோட லிம்ஸ்னால் என்னது? கையோ காலோ இல்லை நம்மளோட groin, scrotum, mammary gland எல்லாமே வந்து என்லார்ஜ் ஆகும். ஸோ வேர் இட் இஸ் பிளாக்கிங், எங்கே பிளாக் ஆகுதோ அதை பொறுத்து தான் இது என்லார்ஜ்மெண்ட் நடக்கும். மோஸ்ட்டாக பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா நம்மளோட லெக்ஸில் தான் வந்து கால் வந்து பெருசாகும். த ரீசன் இஸ் தட் இஸ் நம்ம காலுக்கு போகிற லிம்ஃப் வெசல்ஸில் இந்த வார்ம்ஸ் வந்து நிறைய பிளாக் ஆகுறதுனால, ஸோ த லிம்ஃப் வெசல்ஸ் ஆர் பிளாக்டு பை திஸ் வார்ம், தட் இஸ் adult worm of Wuchereria bandrafti. So the swelling that is takes place in the lymph node, so that we'll be having swelling of our legs. So that this is called elephantiasis diseases. Okay, so how can you prevent this disease? By avoiding the mosquito bite by using of mosquito repellents or the mosquito net, or to full cover sleeves of the dresses. So these are all the main thing, and mainly we should maintain our environment without stagnant of water. So these are all the main thing to you should keep it in the mind when you are reading this infectious diseases of the human. Okay, thank you.